decided to power itself on. Well, hey, Carrie, well, you know, the cloud watchers, they don't like me. They can't tell you why they don't like me. Mr. Carter, they can't tell you why they don't like me. They just tell you, well, now one thing about my cloud watchers, they will email me to tell me they don't like me, but they can't tell me what I done for them not to like me, or what I said that was factually untrue. I like one of them. One chick, she had told me that she wasn't denying that what I said was factual. She just pretty much want me to shut up talking about it. Carrie, where my Dickie? I gotta get my Dickie contract. I gotta get my Dickie contract. What's up, Reg? I done a community post a couple of days. I posted up. I said, and I put you in there, Reg. I said, like Reg always. I'ma steal from Reg what I say on the border wall. Now that Biden campaigned on it, and the leftists, the Democrats, and this, that, and other, and now Biden just lifted those 26 documents so they can go ahead and finish building the border wall. And you can't hear a peep out of nobody. They're like, yeah, we need the wall. But that's what Trump said. Trump said need the wall. But Obama didn't want the wall, but he wanted it stopped. I still got the video from him. Bill Clinton started on the wall and never finished the wall. He started on the California side. But yeah, but I put it in there, Reg. I put what I say. And but they never but now so how, all right, when the campaign season come up, how is he gonna explain to folks that, yeah, I lambasted Trump for the wall, but now we're gonna finish building the wall? Mr. Honeycutt, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for that one. And if the people don't go, man, this is some bullshit, I don't know what else to say. But anyway, appreciate y'all for coming out. Please hit the like button as you roll in. I sure appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm. But I'm gonna go ahead. I got a good one. Matter of fact, I think I'll throw that one in first. Nah, let's do Biden, the student forgiveness loan deal. Let's do that one first. Okay. So Biden, y'all know he done backpedaled. If you don't know, he done backpedaled on that student loan forgiveness thing. And now the people that they owe that they owe their back student loans on, they're coming after these folks. They're coming after them, but because they want their money. Well, hey, dirty baby, I got your money. Say, hey, that's all they want to hear is you got their money. Wait a minute. We going Peterbilt today. It's not a tinfoil hat show, so I don't need to. Yeah, so this is going to be a thing. Then you done went, and just to say, I got a degree and I've been to college. Okay, you got a degree in underwater basket weaving. Okay. African American studies. Okay. Look, there's certain, I almost said MOSs, like I'm still in the Army. There's certain degrees that's only going to do you, that ain't going to do you any good unless you're going into the grievance industry. The race baiting, race crier, the crier, hand to mouth, woe is me type of stuff. That's the only time when them degrees and that garbage do you any good. And how long is it going to take for you to pay off from that garbage? The people talk about, the hicks that go to A&M, but the guys to go to the guys and girls to go to Alabama A&M, Texas A&I, Alabama, Texas A&M, Louisiana A&I. These guys go straight out into the field. Engineering, bridges, roads, farming, agriculture. You just got a job at Monsanto. Okay, whatever. You know, you can get more. It's more than Monsanto out there. I tell y'all can look over these folks out there. Do I question a lot of stuff that's in the foods and whatnot? Yeah. But when you know what's in it, know your way around it, you know how to avoid it. Number one. Number two. Number three. If the agricultural industry decides to take a day off, a week off, a month off, how long do you think it'll take before the food system backs up and you start, and the street, you're going to be hearing the cries from the street? Because I'm telling you right now, don't mess with my food. Don't mess with my food. So anyway, appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and get the first one. Let me see. So I'm going to do this one. Then I'll do, let me see, because I got this new this new nominee that Biden and got up. This dude, some Mustafa Kajabuhai, something like that. He's raised and born in California, but his parents aren't they're not Californian. They're from oh man, matter of fact, let me go ahead and get it set up now. I may as well. Let me might help if I spell it right, right? Mustaf. Kazubai. There he is. There he is. Yeah, he was born in Reg, you might know this area. He was born in a suburb called Reseda, Reseda, in Los Angeles, and he grew up in that's where he is born, but he grew up in Canoga Park. His parents are Indian immigrants, and they moved to the United States from Mumbai in the 60s. And he went to University of California, Berkeley, with a degree in business administration, but then he got his Juris Doctorate degree at the University of Oregon School of Law. So we're gonna hit him up. We're gonna hit him up. Oh, that's the Valley. Okay. So facts. I work in the ag industry. Mr. Honeycutt, look here. Everybody take for granted when you go, if they decide to go in and the store, the stuff on the shelves is dwindling, and not because people buying it, just because it's not enough coming in. Somebody gonna have hell to pay. It's gonna be all kind of yelling going on out here. If all the farm tractors, and plus anyway, people, yeah, is Monsanto a thing? Yeah. Is Smithfield a thing? Yeah, but it's way more independent farmers out here. There's family third and fourth generation American farmers just running wheat field, barley, hay, corn, you know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff, you know, fruits and everything. Man, shoot, people be losing it. And Texas, y'all know, Texas is cattle country. Everybody knows that. Texas pretty much got the cattle industry in a headlock. You know, well, I don't eat beef. Okay, that's just you. But a whole bunch of people eat beef. And Texas is number 3 in the poultry. And it might be Orange County. Could be. I don't know, but that was the name of the place. Canoga Park. Canoga. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. But number 3 in the well, y'all know I done the video on the breakdown worldwide. Who's the number 1? The poultry and the pork and potatoes and beef and corn and barley and da 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 da. And it was a couple. That's a trip to think that China makes more potatoes than the United States. I ain't never got a Chinese dish that had potatoes in it. I haven't. I've never had a Chinese dish that had potatoes in it. So maybe I figure because I know they use potatoes in makeup for chicks and glue and they blend it as some kind of binder and polysterates and whatnot. But anyway, let's go ahead with this one here. And then let me see, because I got my leaderboard off to the side here on this other screen. So I got that. I got Mayor Adams went to Mexico and Central America to tour the spot. County executive slammed the idea to house illegals in Nassau Coliseum in New York. New York public hospitals overwhelmed by illegal immigrants. And a man clapped by the PoPo after interfering with her arrest. I watched that one. That one is crazy. Me neither, now that you brought it up. I'm telling you, man. It's crazy. Now, I'll say that one for last. This dude, these cops here's another case. Only thing dude had to do was walk away. And he wouldn't walk away. It's like he may as well said, look here, Mr. Police Officer, man, you just need to take that pistol you got and let me have it. Oh, did I leave out the part that the whole time he is arguing with the cop, turned out he had a pistol on him? And the police wasn't even going for him. They wasn't even going for him. Remember 2-3 years ago on TikTok, the farmers were saying, oh, I'm sorry, Becky, I don't watch TikTok, but I'll read it anyway. The farmers were saying that the government gave them an offer, destroy your crops and get this money or don't take the money, but you must still just. I heard something about that. And then some of the farmers, because I'm in a semi-rural community down here in Southeast Texas. And some of them told me that it was kind of like BS where look, if you're not asking the man for money, let me put it to you like this. That's like saying that I'm a shady loan shark or whatever the heck. Or I got one of them payday cash loan places. You don't have to worry about how shady I am if you can manage your monies and don't have to come to me asking for financial gratuity. Because if I give you financial gratuity, you're going to have to get it on my terms. You see what I'm saying? But the kickers, they also took truckloads of dirt as well as some where is the dirt going? They said China. Well, China they have a closer source of mineral rich. And China and Russia are two of the major urea producers in the world, so they make more fertilizer than the rest of us do. So I don't know. I'll take that one with a grain of salt. What's up, Bun? But let's go ahead and listen to this one here from the Hill.
Which is not the cause of current inflation, but nevertheless, their explicit.
After a 3-year pause, student loan repayments resumed on Sunday. Borrowers were extended a temporary relief back in 2020 after the onset of the pandemic. 28 million borrowers will now have to pick back up repaying their student loans right where they left off.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, millions of Americans, more than 150 million, are living paycheck to paycheck, 64 million of whom are not going to be able to afford an abrupt $500 hike in monthly debt payments. A survey by Life in My Finances found that half of borrowers cannot afford repaying their loans, and only 22% plan to resume paying down their student debt. Economic policy analyst and Rising Fridays co-host Jessica Burbank joins us now to.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Edmund, then explain this to me. What about all these high-value, six-figure people that everybody touting this everywhere, just throwing money around anywhere and everybody, and especially for a chick, because she won't marry you unless you a six-figure man.
Yeah. You believe that, right?
In. Welcome, Jessica.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So from a political perspective, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at there are 44 million.
That is a good looking woman. I don't know who she is, but she good looking.
Borrowers altogether. The proportion that we read just above that cannot respond to a $500 emergency are now being asked to add a $400+ expense to their monthly expenses. And on top of all of that, people who have started to try to use the income-based repayment plan today got a notice that there is maintenance on the website, and they're not even able to register and take advantage of the relief that comes through the income-based repayment plan. So what does this look like for Joe Biden being the one turning these payments back on going into an election year?
Yeah, I mean, Joe Biden already had the failure of initially trying to rely on the HEROES Act.
He really don't have a choice. He really don't have a choice
To get this done, which I think many people could have predicted would not be the pathway to get this done. The excuse essentially for using the HEROES Act was, well, the secretary could waive the student loan payments and the student loan debt because it was a time of a national emergency, COVID-19. He could have relied on the Higher Education Act of 1965, which does give the education secretary the right to waive any lien or right of redemption, so student loans. And so that was kind of his first faux pas. And it begs the question, did he ever want to get this done in the first place? If he's relying on legislation that predictably would not be the most concrete legal grounding for this policy. And so that legal.
She has longhorn earrings, like the head of a cattle when it's dead and it's just a skull, and the earrings. She got longhorn. She got bull skull earrings. Wow.
Case is an interesting one because now they say, okay, well, we're going to pursue the Higher Education Act of 1965, which puts them in the position where they have to meet with a bunch of stakeholders and try and reach some kind of consensus. They usually don't. But this process of meeting with stakeholders and considering comments can take up to several months to a year. They should have postponed student loan repayment because of an emergency until they sorted that out. That would have been the right thing to do because, as you stated, their website isn't even prepared to take on folks trying to use this save option where they have income-based repayment, which is necessary. And so it's a bit of a mess. It's a $1.8 trillion industry. We don't even know how much of that is just accrued interest, not just loans. And so we have all of these servicers that are lobbying Congress to not do much about it because they're making about $1,000 over the lifespan of a loan, which is a lot of money.
I think it's probably no secret that I oppose student debt forgiveness for reasons which I'm sure we'll get into later. But first, I wanted to ask you, Jessica, about, again,
what do y'all think about the debt forgiveness? You think it's a good deal? I mean, I ain't talking on an individual basis. I mean, overall, now I will admit, I think that a lot of college tuition things are way overpriced, but that's just me talking. But I'd like to know what y'all think.
The political ramifications of this on Biden, because as you said, he tried to use the HEROES Act ahead of the 2022 midterms. It seemed quite obvious that wasn't going to withstand a legal challenge. Do you feel like he intentionally sort of led these people on for the purposes of winning that election?
I think it's possible he's made campaign promises to win the election. Anticipating that the Supreme Court would strike it down is a shocking, pathway to take. You very well could be right, but we know that the Supreme Court's, response was to 6 states that sued claiming an injury because of the student loan forgiveness plan. So Biden, I think, definitely should have pursued the kind of policy that he talked about a lot when he was campaigning, which was to open up public school tuition. There were a lot of people that felt, What if someone repaid their student loans? Now, they could have had their student loans forgiven under this plan, but they spent all of that time working. They're never going to get that time back. So is this fair from the perspective of justice? And I think Biden should have also simultaneously pursued, if he was serious about it, a tax credit in the amount that those students paid off their loans in. And so he didn't really consider these long-term policies. So it does kind of seem like he never really saw this coming to fruition. Perhaps he knew that a lot of these states, with the exception of Missouri, were suing on behalf of private companies, on behalf of these student loan servicers. Elena Kagan wrote in the dissent that they had to claim a real injury, not a theoretical injury. And the only reason they were able to actually strike down the student loan repayment plan is that Missouri had its own sort of state-run student loan servicing branch. So it seems that there were so many things that were not considered.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Missouri had their own deal like that. I had no idea. The things you learn when you listen to stuff that you hardly ever listen to. I'll be damned. Need to check that out.
Wasn't a holistic policy approach that would hold in the long term. So it does kind of seem like this was something they put together to win votes.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that that is the case, not just because of the choice to choose the COVID-era Emergency Hero Act policy as opposed to the Higher Education Act, but also the choice not to simply cancel the debt by executive order and then have people who would oppose that policy try to retroactively put the money back into their bank account, something that we've seen in policy after policy. When the government actually enacts a policy that is very helpful to Americans, like Social Security, Medicaid, it's very difficult to put that genie back in the bottle. And the fact that he means tested the policy is what gave the various 6 states who opposed the policy an opportunity to challenge it and bring these injunctions and stop in the first place. So it shouldn't be forgotten that he had the opportunity to just cancel it outright, and to the extent that there's concerns about wealthy debtors, which is a bit of a contradiction in and of itself, but wealthy debtors getting a windfall to simply raise taxes on that group. I think it's also worth noting that a lot of debtors are paying more than the cost of their bill because of the nature of these interest rates, which are usurious. There's a lot of conversation about housing interest rates going up and a lot of public concern about what that means for the middle class who have so much of their wealth invested in housing. But there's very little conversation about how student debtors, without having the underlying asset of a house, are being really hurt by these usurious interest rates that have a poorer student paying sometimes 25%, 50%, 100% more for the value of their education than their wealthier peers who are able to pay out of pocket. What do you make, Jessica, of the difference in focus and attention in the public kind of characterization of the deservedness of a middle-class homeowner who might have a home worth $1 million for which they can get tax credits, as opposed to student debtors who often have no assets, can't afford to pay the debts off, and who have really been caught up in an ill-conceived loan system that they were encouraged to take advantage of because they were told that getting an education was the only way to raise their class status in the United States.
I agree, Carrie. I think the interest rates are predatory. But I know there's one side of me say, hey, you read it, you signed it, you agreed to it, pay up. There's a side of me to say that, but there's also a side of me to go, man, this ain't right. But there's also the business side, the money side counting to me saying, Side Road Joe waves his magic pen and says, y'all ain't got to pay. And all these universities are expecting, and these financial institutions are expecting this money to come in payments, because if you own a business, sometime you'll buy stuff that you don't have the money for, but you're getting $20,000 coming in a month, $50,000 coming in a month, or for them, $150,000 coming in a month, where, I ain't going to have a problem paying this $70,000 a month bill that we done got for the groundskeeping and fixing the air conditioning and repainting the dorm rooms and blah, blah, skippity, blah, skippity, blah. So now we do. Ooh, I love the Merchant of Venice. Ooh, don't make me do it. And so now you have that going on. So now the painters want to get paid. The groundskeepers want to get paid. The guy that fixes the air conditioning at Yale University, they want that giant company. They want to get paid. You know, the food supply, Cisco that supplies the food to the cafeteria for University of Michigan, they want to get paid. Where's my money, Mr. Biden? When you told the University of Michigan, you know, that they ain't getting that college tuition money that's coming in from them kids, but that's what they use to pay us. The guy that cuts the grass, I mean, look at these well-manicured lawns at some of these Ivy and some of the regular universities, but mainly at the Ivy League schools. You know, look, Yale, Brown, Cornell, you know, look at the lawns at these schools. Look at the lawn. Robin's current student loan payment isn't touching her principal and barely covering the total monthly interest. God dang. Before the coup, she owed $90K. After the grace is up, it's close to $130K. Good night. Ooh, Robin.
It seems that this conversation is plagued with the same crisis of so many political conversations we have in the United States, of this comparison with your neighbors or people living in other neighborhoods, between the working class and the middle class, if you want to draw a line there, a sort of keeping up with the Joneses comparison. Why did they get something that I didn't? We shouldn't think of student loan debt forgiveness as forgiveness. We should think about it as the cancellation of debt that was unjustly issued. Let's think about what a good economy would look like.
Who says you can't blow up doing this? She's a content creator. And you doing the lead off story on the Hill? Don't tell me you can't climb the ranks from sitting in your room on YouTube making videos to hitting the big time. Don't hurt that you're probably going to be easy on the eyes to a lot of people, but I digress.
Would people have access to the education and training they need to be productive members of the economy? Yes. Therefore, public education should be free, like it was. You could basically pay tuition with a minimum wage job in the 70s. It was a deliberate choice to have these tuition rate hikes. And we saw a 100% increase in the cost of tuition for higher education attendance during the 2008 financial crisis.
Good point, Carrie. But now think about, let's do an easy one. Can you imagine what the electric bill is at Ohio State University a month? Can you imagine what the electric bill, the water bill, and the the internet, high-speed internet service is for 1 month at Ohio State University, at the University of Texas, at Florida State University? Just 1 month.
Economy was not doing so well. People didn't want to enter the job market because of that. And so they sheltered in schools. They decided to go to college instead. It was also a narrative that was told time and again to young students who were in high school that they would need to go to college if they wanted to do well. And the results of this, of wealthy bankers trying to profit off of this increase in college attendance, is that now you have a bunch of working class and middle class people facing a lifetime of debt. Is that a necessary economic structure to have an educated and trained workforce? No. We have the resources necessary to provide education for those who want to go. And that goes for trade school as well, not just colleges and universities. And so when we consider that the quality of education didn't really change, the value of a college degree didn't change too much, why was the tuition raised? This was a scenario where people used essentially their power in the market to raise tuition simply because they could. That is an unjust economic practice, and we need to deal with that before we even consider if it's just to forgive certain people student loan debt. It should be a public good. We should consider education to be a public good. The people who are wealthy in the United States are not in debt. They didn't take out loans to go to college. They paid for it in full. So we really need to reframe the conversation as a whole. It's not a gift to forgive someone's student loan debt. It's a burden that they should have never had to take on in the first place.
I'm definitely sympathetic to the idea that a lot of young people were taken advantage of with these ridiculous interest rates on these loans that frankly would never be offered in the private sector. A lot of these federal loans that were given to students. I have a fundamental problem with the idea that people who didn't go to college, particularly in the working class, should have their taxpayer money going to forgive the debt of the more highly educated, who thus have more of an earning potential. But I wanted to ask about the cost of tuition increases, as you mentioned. How does forgiving the debt not encourage and incentivize these colleges to only raise tuition further? I mean, I think my proposed solution to this would be to force the universities to pay down the debt through their endowments.
Yeah, I would just say that.
I agree. Force the universities to pay through the endowments. Yeah, at least partially.
Forgiving student loans or canceling student loans, the purpose of that is not to address the high cost of tuition. The policy being pursued would be for economic purposes. It would be a good stimulus for the economy, for people to be able to purchase homes instead of having the majority or just a significant plurality. In Charlotte, where I live now, it's 30% of homes being purchased by investors. We should have a working class and a middle class that can become homeowners. And currently they can't because they're paying off their student loans. It would be good for the economy if that capital was freed up and they could spend it into the economy. We need to think about things from that perspective and have different policy proposals for addressing the obscenely high cost of tuition. Reducing the cost of public school tuition and making it free for in-state students would be the approach I would take, because now you have this alternative. You're going to need to reduce your tuition if you want students to go to your school instead of a public school where it's much less expensive. That's the kind of policy solution that provides the economic incentives necessary for private schools to reduce the cost of tuition. I think tuition's too high. I think you're right that these schools have ridiculous endowments where they're making so much money off of investments and they don't have to pay taxes on them. We really need to think critically about new policies to address that, especially in private schools and private universities. I think when we think about interest rates as well, it's an interesting time to consider student loan debt forgiveness, because the explicit purpose of the federal government and Federal Reserve is to increase interest rates to quell economic activity. They say the economy is too hot. It's too much of a hot job market. There are so many jobs that workers are now able to negotiate for higher wages. I disagree with that framing entirely, but they've made it their goal to raise interest rates so that people can't start businesses as easily. Existing small businesses can't invest in them. We quell some of that economic activity so that there are less jobs. And we address this kind of supply-driven inflation, which is not the cause of current inflation, but nevertheless, their explicit policy is to quell economic activity on the supply side. So then if you increase demand and you free up a lot of capital among borrowers, that becomes a problem. This is what a lot of classical economists will tell you, or neoclassical economists rather. The only problem with that is we're already in a place now, and we have been for years, where the people who have student loans haven't been paying them. We're already in a place where any suspected demand that would be heightened has been. And so we're in a place where I think we can forgive student loans. We can free up that capital. We haven't seen aggregate demand get to a place where demand is surpassing supply. But if we have these terrible policies for the economy coming out of the Federal Reserve of continuous interest rate hikes trying to quell economic activity, we could get to that place. And so they really need to think critically about how they would roll out student loan forgiveness and really work with the Federal Reserve so that we do have a situation where supply matches demand there.
Yeah, well said, Jessica. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Biden says he's the only Democrat that can save the democracy. Dude, you can't even say that without even, this save, I'm the only one that can, the dinner menu tomorrow night is spaghetti. What? What? What are you talking about? Oh, man. I agree with Carrie. This is elder abuse. Messing with him here. This is definitely elder abuse. Okay, let's get y'all next one set up here. Now, y'all gonna love this one. Hey, Lanice, what's going on? Hey, that's our next, hey, Carrie, Lanice is our female keep it techie. She doing her Google certification. I think it's Google. I think she's a Google certification. And I love that. I love people breaking to that tech, getting there and just knock them out. I like to hear it. My dog, one of my girls, she's doing her, taking her certification classes too. She's almost done. But, and then, Daddy, you need to make me a better computer. Why do I gotta make you? You got a husband. Yeah, but he's a mailman. You the one to make the computers. Well, tell your husband to give me some money and I'll bet, Daddy! You married and I still got to take care of you. What the hell? Emotional damage. I need to put that on my soundboard, that Asian guy. What the hell? Let's get this one here. Now, if y'all in Minnesota, y'all probably already know this. Now, if you think it's going to just stop at Minnesota, there he is, Big Pontiac. Good. So here we go. This one for you. I was just about ready to mention your name. This one's for you. This was the 9th, September the 9th of this year. Big Papa. What are they doing now? Illinois, because I know Illinois, they're gonna allow undocumented immigrants to apply to be police officers and go to the damn academy. So you can get pulled over or get arrested by someone that's in the country illegally. I can't even wrap my head around that. New York got the driver's license thing. I know New York is one. I think Massachusetts is another one. California been on some goofball shit forever and a day. But now Minnesota then joined the fracas. Let's go ahead and roll it down. We hit the big parts. Y'all see what it say? Undocumented immigrants in Minnesota can apply for driver's licenses in October. Minnesota Department of Public Safety Director and Vehicle Service Director Pong Xiong discusses the driver's license for all initiatives. Can I be a dick and say that they need to stop putting people that ain't American-born citizens in these positions? Yep, they say that getting the driver's test they'll open it up in January. Holy schmoly. About from the Communist News Network, the Clinton News Network, god dang it, CNN.
Man, this is some bullshit.
They have this going on here. So, about 81,000 undocumented immigrants in Minnesota can begin applying for a driver's license next month. According to the State Department of Public Safety, Minnesota driver's license for all program launches the 1st of October, which is now. So, because this was 23rd of last month when this news piece hit, so they can already start. They've been on for 8 days. Announcement at news conference Thursday. We will be able to start taking applications for driver's licenses for all Minnesotans. Okay, I had an Army buddy of mine say, man, where you from? I'm from Minnesota. What? Minnesota? You mean Minnesota? That's what I said. No, you said Minnesota. I ain't know it was that many O's in it. He's a real nice guy, though. Real nice guy. What's up, Lando? Once you start down that dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny. Consume you, it will. I think a little green guy that swings this lightsaber thing said that. Little short guy, but he is not to be toyed with, and he's green. So, the state will the state will no longer require proof of legal presence starting in October. The Minnesota Department of Public Safety said in a news release Tuesday. Why? Why? What? That's crazy. Anyway, Xiong said Thursday that he understands how important it is to have a driver's license and what that means to be able to access all of Minnesota's resources, from employment to medical care to just enjoying the natural resources that Minnesota has to offer. Illegal. What part of illegal aliens do you not understand? Hey, y'all think we can go to where the countries that these people from and just say, hey, I'm here illegally and I want access to services and a driver's license? Some countries, your ass might disappear once you let them know that you there illegally. Call me a lie. I'm good. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz signed the bill allowing for the expansion of driver's license applications in March, according to the release from his office, with an estimated 81,000 undocumented. Oh, once you get a driver's license, you can vote, right? The whole purpose of this is them voting to keep a permanent Democrat party. With an estimated 81,000, and that's why a lot of Republicans are gun shy, because they know if a Democrat wins and they green light stuff like this, they're done. You'll never see another Republican administration. Minnesota, when Reagan swept the nation and won 49 out of 50 states, the only state that he did not take was Minnesota. That's the only state. New York and California. Well, Reagan was the governor of California at one time. New York went for Reagan. Illinois went for Reagan. All the normally deep blue Washington, Oregon went. The only one that didn't go for Reagan was Minnesota. But I still consider that a landslide presidential victory. Yeah, just go to Mexico and act up and see what happens. Been there, seen it, got the t-shirt. Look, I had to go to Honduras. I was in the military, but it was a military thing. Had to go to Honduras for 2 months. You don't go down there cutting up. Don't go to Honduras cutting up. No. The regular police walk around with machine guns in the airport, just like it was when I was in Germany. The Polizei patrol the airports in Germany. They're in 2s or 3s. One of them has a German Shepherd or a dog with them, Belgian Malinois, and both of them have submachine guns. They ain't playing. I tell people, that's a lot of people ain't been to Germany, but don't know. Don't go to Germany with that foolishness. Don't go to the German airport or the train stations or the bus stations with that bull crap. The Polizei does the patrol. And at the airport, the Gewehr, the Gewehr patrols the airports. Go ahead over there to Germany with that bull crap you want to. You ain't gonna turn out like you think it is. Herman the German gonna fire your ass up. At the time of the signing, the governor said the program makes sure that our children and families can come out of the shadows, and that all Minnesotans have opportunities to thrive, succeed, grow, and live their fullest lives in our state. Them ones from the Sudan and all, go to the Sudan and try to do this. Go to Morocco and try to do this. Go to Libya and try to do this. Go ahead. Go to Syria and try to do this. Go to Ghana and try to do this. And Liberia. Go ahead. Yeah. Charles Taylor, no relation. You ain't gonna make it. Minnesota has more undocumented immigrants than about half the numbers reported in other individual states, and Washington, D.C. and most of Minnesota's undocumented immigrants come from Mexico and Central America, according to the data from the Migration Policy Institute. California has the highest population of undocumented immigrants in the U.S., with more than 2.7 million, the Institute reported. The two states are among 19 as well. Well, here in Texas, the governor here, there's easily 3 million illegals in Texas, just due to proximity alone. And during the transportation times, it's more than that. I mean, if Minnesota think they got more illegals, Mexican illegals than the state of Texas, which is connected to fucking Mexico. Anyway, let me just read the thing. The two states are among 19, as well as D.C., that have enacted laws allowing undocumented immigrants to obtain driver's licenses, according to the National Conference of State Legislators. So y'all going down that path too. Most dairy workers in northern Minnesota are immigrants. I believe you, brother. I believe you. If I believe anybody, I believe you. Okay. Let me see. Y'all want to do the court, the district judge nomination, Mustafa, first, or y'all want to go straight to Mayor Adams first? Which one y'all want first? Because there's two on the confirmation hearings, and those are short, and it's 4 for the state of New York. They're short, but it's 4 of them. Do Adams first. All right. Rasta says Adams. Lanice says Adams. Okay. Illegal aliens are destroying this country. Yeah, and the politicians and some of the people, they're helping them. All right. Mr. Chad says Adams. Okay. Adams it is. Let me go ahead and get him on deck. Okay. Mayor Adams going to Mexico, border wall. Mayor Adams ramps up his tour. County execs. And the hospital. Yeah, the public hospitals in New York, they saying they can't take no more. Okay, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and get this one queued up. Copy. Okay, let's see. Dum-da-dum. Paste. Okay. Let's go.
Mayor Eric Adams is set to begin a 4-day trip to Mexico, Ecuador, and Colombia.
The mayor says he hopes to deter asylum seekers from coming to New York City. Will it work? Regan Medji has more from the Migrant Arrival Center at the Roosevelt Hotel. Lots of people going in there today. I saw the lines earlier this morning.
Yeah, and it's very congested over this area, too. We're all parked throughout this area. The media, you can't get really close to anything. But what you can see behind me is that Roosevelt Hotel, one of the intake centers, the intake center here in New York City. Now, the reason the mayor is heading down to South America is basically, like you said, to dispel the rumors that are being said by the local media outlets there. He also wants to get a grounds-on approach to exactly why the migrants are leaving their home countries and how they're doing it.
I've always been the person that I need to go on the ground.
And he's doing that again with the migrant crisis. In January, Mayor Eric Adams traveled to El Paso, Texas. And today, he is embarking on a 4-day trip starting in Mexico, then Ecuador, and Colombia.
The goal is, number one, I want to see what's happening in the Darien Gap, to see what that flow looks like.
The Darien Gap is one of the most dangerous migration routes located in Central America and connects North and South America. It's crawling with criminal gangs, exposing migrants to violence and death. by traveling to where migrants begin their journey. Mayor Adams also wants to give people in those areas the real story of what is happening here in New York City.
They don't care about your real story of what's going on there in New York City. And NBC scrubbed the story. I'm glad I got it, even though the website link ain't watching, but I got a couple of screenshots where a guy running his hot dog stand in New York City on the street. Dude was 70 some odd years old, been a hot dog guy. Everybody in this area, they said they know him for 40 some odd years. And these migrants bum rushed him and beat him, not beat him out, but for the food. They bum rushed him for the food. He said he don't know what national, he just figured they was them because they didn't speak English. He did say that for sure. And this guy is a staple on that little neighborhood right there in the part of New York City and whatnot. And I tell people, you talking about the media can't take nothing from you? The media can scrub anything that they want to. Social media can scrub anything they want to. Put up a Koof, put up a Wu-Tang video on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, put it up anywhere that they don't want it. As fast as you can put it up, it's gone. Any story, if they don't want it up as fast as you can post it to any social media, it's gone. And they got your IP address once you posted it. So they can track you then to monitor you, and anything that you put up that breaks the code that they want is gone.
Public relation campaign that people are using in these areas to state that if you come to New York, that you're going to get whatever you need. I want to give them a true picture of what's taking place.
And that includes explaining New York City is at capacity. If you enter, you're living in congregate settings and you're not allowed to work immediately. Nearly 123,000 asylum seekers have come through the system since August of last year.
Oh, and they ain't required to get the pokey like you are. They get to come from places known for having mad hygiene problems and cholera outbreaks and all kind of other stuff, but they get to walk up and schmooze up with you. They ain't got to get through all them checks and whatnot that they don't have. Their kids ain't gonna have to get all the shots that your kids got to go back to school. Oh, and Irv, the word on the street in San Antonio, they trying to it's on the books to reopen W.W. White Elementary School to make it a sanctuary housing for illegals up in San Antonio, because the old CPS building on San Pedro is overran. They don't have nowhere else to put them.
At a cost projected to be over $12 billion for 3 years.
We know that there's a propaganda machine that basically it has given the false promise of what life is like of being a migrant and asylum seeker. And we want to be honest with those who live in these regions.
This trip comes after Mayor Adams filed a motion to suspend the city's right to shelter law. In an application filed in state Supreme Court, lawyers called the city's right to shelter obligation outmoded and cumbersome.
New Yorkers are going to start to see visibly that what being out of room means. We are out of room.
And the mayor's team says that in the next coming weeks and even months, you'll likely see even more lines outside the Roosevelt Hotel. Now, the Legal Aid Society and the Coalition for the Homeless say that the right to shelter mandate, the suspension of that mandate, could affect the city's poorest residents, including the working class. We're live here in Midtown. Reagan Medji, Good Day, New York. Guys, back to
you. Know what that means, right? When they say that, the working class. You know who they talking about, right?
Mayor Adams is in Mexico on his mission to try to discourage migrants from coming to New York. And tonight, there's major action from the White House on the asylum seeker crisis. CBS 2's Dick Brennan here now with the newest developments. Dick.
Lots of developments, Maurice. The White House says it's restarting direct deportations of Venezuelan migrants who enter unlawfully back to their home country. And also, in a stunning reversal from President Biden, he's waiving 26 different laws and regulations to do what he vowed he would never do: build a section of border wall.
Told you.
We are still looking through exactly what this means.
Tonight, Mayor Adams in Mexico on his first day of a South American visit, reacting to a major about-face from the White House, which now says 18-foot-high steel panels will be installed along a 20-mile stretch of the Rio Grande in Texas. They're meant to stop scenes like this: hundreds of migrants racing to the U.S. border on Tuesday night. Candidate Joe Biden
I'm telling you, they should have let us. They should turn it over to us. Us guys, 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment, that controlled the East-West German border for decades. We know how to do border control. We know how to do border control. 7th Corps, the Army 7th Corps know how to do border control. 3 Corps know how to do border control. Don't ask me how I know, but they do.
this promise in 2020.
There will not be another foot of wall constructed in my administration.
But today the president
And it is.
said that while he didn't want to build a wall, he has no choice because of a law Congress passed in 2019.
They have to use the money for what was appropriate. I can't stop that.
Do you believe the border wall works?
No.
Mayor Adams insisted that whoever comes through the border needs to do it in an organized and safe fashion.
What we have heard from experts that if you do, build some form of wall, that people are finding dangerous ways to come through.
On his whirlwind tour, the mayor met with Sister Magda, who runs a shelter for migrant women and children. And during discussions with the CEO of AT&T Mexico, he made his most candid remarks about the problems that could destabilize U.S. cities.
You are not going to be a big box chain store and ignore a large population of men in general, and specifically that come into your cities and don't think it's going to impact shoplifting, mass people that can be involved in, stealing or doing something that's antisocial behavior.
But tonight, Adams clarified his comments, insisting there's no evidence of an increase in shoplifting coming from migrants.
Are there cases where migrants have been arrested for shoplifting? Yes. But that is not a rampant problem that we're facing.
And Mayor Adams will also visit Ecuador and Colombia, where he will go to the Darien Gap, a dangerous jungle leading from Colombia into Panama, used by migrants on their way to the U.S. border. Maurice.
Okay, Dick, thank you.
When you look at what's happening here, people are sleeping out, waiting to get transportation just to start a terrible journey that is extremely dangerous going through the Darien Gap. Of children, the number of children who have increased, and the increase in our region. We have of over 116,000 migrants and asylum seekers, over 60,000 still in our care. But we have to, one, push back on the propaganda that is giving people false hopes and false promises. Two, give support to our neighbors and cities.
Yeah, Troy, he did say that. He said it. I mean, what can I do?
Countries in the southern part of this region.
Thank you so much for your
Look, go back to New Jersey. You migrant something creep. Is New York, not New Jersey. Damn it. If you're going to be a prick, at least be accurate. Mayor Adams, migrant. See, here's the thing. When they make this one thing I tell y'all about pushing propaganda, I got a crash course in brain surgery of that being in the military. These signs, some of the people that's holding these signs down there, They don't even know what it say. They're being, because they can't, a lot of them can't read or speak English. Read, write, or speak English. These signs, when you see them, they're for the Western media to consume, not them. No, Orange Man ain't gonna be able to fit. Look, this is one of them things. They're gonna set the house on fire and then give it the Orange Man after they done set it on fire, after it's been burnt to the ground. That's the way that's gonna go. So they can say, see, look, Orange Man can't even save you. Yeah, but even though, I mean, forget the fact that they burnt everything to the ground. Okay, let me get y'all set up on the next one. County executive slammed the idea to house illegals at Nassau Coliseum. Yeah, because you messing with their money. That's where they make their money. That's where they make their money, big boy. They ain't trying to hear none of that.
As the city struggles to find locations for asylum seekers, one suggestion is not going over well with the Nassau County executive. CBS 2's Carolyn Gussoff reports Queensboro President Donovan Richards is suggesting Nassau Coliseum as a migrant shelter.
It is not going to happen here in.
So Nassau County, is that where the city of New York is in Nassau County? Is that where it's at?
Nassau County.
Answering what he says is local concern, Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman fired back at the suggestion the Nassau Coliseum house asylum seekers.
We are not inviting immigrants and migrants into the county that are here from south of the border and not using the proper and normal channel.
Damn, Mark, that's crazy. And yes, Rome is on fire while Nero plays the loon. Oh, it's Long Island. Okay, thanks, Lanice.
The suggestion was made by Queensboro President Donovan Richards. In the midst of this asylum seeker crisis, we must leave no stone unturned.
Why is it always one of our own people that's doing the worst, that's going to make sure that they throw you clean under the bus? Why? Why? It never freaking fails.
Turned in search of suitable sites, underutilized venues across New York,
but ideology does trump race, though, so.
Including Long Island and upstate for temporary migrant housing. The Coliseum is leased by a private entity. Blakeman says housing migrants is not a permitted use. Schools are full and social services at full capacity. And
there have been crime problems as a result of not vetting the people who are coming across the border.
Nassau.
Cool. If that's the name, if that's what you want to use, Chad, I'm not one to tell anybody what term to use. I say illegal aliens. I've been saying illegal aliens forever. And it said in the INS pamphlet and handbook, it says illegal alien. It don't say illegal immigrants. It doesn't say undocumented. It don't have none of that feel good fuzzy stuff that's been added to the lexicon, the U.S. speech talking lexicon in the past 10 years. We've been dealing with this down here in Texas for decades, and it says illegal aliens. And so that's what I say. But anybody want to say whatever they want to say, that's cool. I don't care.
Residents, many immigrants themselves, see the crisis crippling other communities.
I don't know if the Coliseum is the right place.
Hey, watch this. Hey, remember remember Genesis made the song Illegal Aliens? I wonder if they probably don't play that on the radio no more. It's no fun being an illegal alien. I bet we probably can't even post it on YouTube anymore. Yeah, I still got the song. I still got it. And what's that? And what's that? The with Cheech. The guy, that East LA movie and whatnot, same thing. Born in East LA, illegal aliens. Where you from? Back in East LA, illegal aliens. It's just with this modern stuff, that's like this cis, like somebody said, are you a cis male? Bitch, I'll knock you out. Get out of my face. I'm a man. M-A-N, period. Male, born male, natural born male, genetic male. I am a man. All this other slick at the mouth talk, man, go on somewhere. Get out of my space.
Talking about to build a casino instead of that. I think better to have immigrants.
We're crowded enough in Nassau County. We need more people here.
Immigrant groups bristled at Nassau's stance.
It's disingenuous and actually harmful to their local economies, right? As people are moving in and across the state, they are going to.
No ban. Look, no hate, no fear. Immigrants. Y'all think do you think these just happen to accidentally be behind him on the wall while he's doing this? No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. NYC, no ban, no raids, no wall. New York is for all. Yeah, easy for you to say. Now, look at his name. Now, I already know who this guy is. I know who this guy is. He's a member of the Lollipop Guild, okay? The Cinnamon Toast Crunch Guild. He is, openly. He admits it. Now, where he's from, where he's folks from, what do they do? I don't care if you Sunni or Shia. One's the majority, one's the minority. What do the Sunni and Shia do to people that are members of the Lollipop Guild? What do they do to them? But you want to come here and take up these goofy bankroll things from the George Soros and the Open America stuff and New York Immigration Coalition. What the hell? Now, you want to come here and put this here, but if you go back to where you from, I know who this guy is. I had a video removed about him a few years ago. He's a member of the Lollipop Guild. Now, he won't stick to his own route of law from where he's from, but he want to come here and circumvent the laws. We don't need new immigration law. The only thing they have to do is enforce the laws that are already on the books. And none of this would be happening. None of this would be. Dude, solution delude. I got a video up where an illegal, he's a teenager. He was arrested. He was arrested in North Carolina. They let him go on one of them deals because ICE was coming to get him and they already released him. He stole a car and ran over and killed a mother of two in Alabama, a black female, and ain't none of the black screaming heads said a word. You Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, none of them. They're precious black female, and she was a school teacher, and she was a single mother of two. A handful of us done the video. Phil Advise done the video. I done the video. Kid Organic done the video. Nobody else, no one even cared. Look, you only something when they want you to be something. Black American, you are their pawn. You're definitely their pawn now. If that would have been a white guy that done the exact same thing, they have been in the street with the signs, Black Lives Matter, I can't breathe, 16 shots, you name it. They would have been out there with the whole thing. And if you remember the video very well, yeah, they done everything they could. I had to keep taking the video down and putting it back up because they already had it tagged in the algorithm. Kid Organic as well. Hey, be good, Prince. We catch you later. I ain't gonna do nothing crazy to get it where I have to take it down. Yeah. So if we knew, you think Sharpton didn't know? Jackson didn't know? Quanell X didn't know? None of them Umar Johnson didn't know? Ifan Tunde? King Kong Consciousness? Did y'all hear him talk about his black queen, mother of two, school teacher being killed by an illegal alien? No, this is true. Hey, Mr. Chad, we cover all that here. We cover all these folks y'all see up there. They've been riding with me for years. We covered Europe. We covered China. We done videos on China alone over here. We got all that. You and the Smarty Arty crew now. Hang out with us. You over here with the cool kids. But this particular kid was illegally from south of the border and had been deported, came back. Now, and he's 17, had been deported, came back. They released him again before ICE picked him up. And it was in a car. I don't know if they never said if it was stolen or what, because you can't buy a car. No, it's cool, bro. I'm not getting after you. I just say things because people see things and then you don't address it and they think you're ignoring them. And I'm not, I'm not a ruffian, but I just, we're good. But this kid was south of the border and ran over and killed this black mother or two that was a school teacher. Nothing. I guarantee you, if that was a white male, that it would have been coast to coast, nationwide, on every damn channel. Matter of fact, I'll repost the video again just for craps and giggles when I'm done with this stream.
Across the state, they are going to actually be immense contributors.
We have always been a safe haven to those huddled masses.
Immigration attorney Michael Wiles adds local governments may not have a full say.
The federal government has authority to do this. Municipalities have to walk lockstep in it.
Suffolk County has issued an emergency order calling for a humane and coordinated approach with the state. Nassau Executive Blakeman says that's not needed here because asylum seekers will not be welcomed. In Garden City, Long Island, Carolyn Gussoff, CBS 2 News.
That was an accident. I ain't playing Cash Gordon. Nope. Yeah, so where's E. Fontunde? Where's he at? I guess he ain't got time. He got to do butt kissing videos with Suki Hana. I guess he ain't got time for that. He got to do his Suki Hana stuff. Okay, let me get the next. Come on up here. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, we're right on time. Yeah, we're going to come in under 2 hours. Yeah. Because I know folks got to go to work tomorrow. And y'all know me, I'm not good. I ain't no diss, but I ain't part of the 6, 7, 8 hour stream crew. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay. This is from NBC News, New York City public hospitals overwhelmed by increase of migrants. See a lot of African migrants in this picture. A lot of them. Majority. Except for him. There's a Southeast Asian. Hispanic. All the rest. Well, you can see his hands and you can see the grade of his hair. Here's a Hispanic. Let's play.
We're back now with the record number of migrants crossing into the U.S., pushing resources to the limit in many American cities. Now hospitals are sounding the alarm, saying they're also overwhelmed, including some far from the border. Julia Ainsley has our report.
Tonight, the border crisis surging. Officials telling NBC News there were over 200,000 illegal crossings at the southern border last month, and a record 3 million migrants crossed the border in the last year. Now, a new warning 1,000 miles away in New York City, where officials tell us resources are overwhelmed. Across public hospitals in New York City over the last year, nearly 30,000 visits by migrants and 300 new babies born to migrant moms. Staff here at Bellevue Hospital tell us they're eager to help, but the numbers are tough.
This has been the hardest work that I've...
Anchor babies. Say repeal the 14th Amendment. Repeal the 14th Amendment. That's why I get on both sides. I understand why the Democrats don't want to do it, but I kick the Republicans in they butt every chance I get on the 14th Amendment.
ever done, but it's been the most impactful work that I've ever done.
And most of the visits to the taxpayer-funded legal clinic here are by migrants.
Our clinics are full, and there are waiting lists, and people are turning people away or referring them to other places.
Randy Redkin from New York's Legal Assistance Group says so many migrants are asking for legal help on asylum representation and health care access. Now, she says, American citizens who need legal assistance with issues like eviction and insurance have to wait up to 10 weeks.
If you ask me, do we need more resources for legal services? I would say absolutely yes.
Meanwhile, New York's governor now slamming the situation at the border.
It is too open right now. People coming from all over the world are finding their way through, simply saying they need asylum.
Now, wait a minute. She going to say, well, it's too open. Now, wait a minute, lady. Hold on. Miss Hochul, you can't, you going to just pivot now. You're going to, the right is, the right has got spineless. I'm telling you, the true Republicans are outnumbered. The rhinos have outnumbered them. The rhinos have outflanked them and taken over. And it is crazy. But I mean, now how's she gonna sit here? See, I guess you can speak with forked tongue when you know that the media is on your side as well as the masses, and ain't nobody gonna call you on your bull crap. And the ones of us that will call you on your bull crap, we don't have a big enough platform and megaphone to make a dent.
Slamming the situation at the border.
It is too open right now. People coming from all over the world are finding their way through, simply saying they need asylum.
And New York Mayor Eric Adams saying providing services for migrants will cost city taxpayers $12 billion. But Biden administration officials have blamed Adams' response. It is not an operationally sound effort, one senior DHS official told NBC News. Meanwhile, migrants on the streets are desperate for city help. We met Orlando, who fled violence in Venezuela. He didn't want to appear on camera, telling us he slept on the street before coming to Bellevue for cancer treatment. How is that for you, given your medical condition, to be sleeping on the street? You have to make believe it's a good bed, a king size, and you lie down wherever and go to sleep.
Wait a minute, but if the American haters say that the United States has the worst medical system in the world, why would you leave a socialist utopia like Venezuela to come here to the United States? And you're suffering from cancer. Now, I'm not picking on them because, hey, man, cancer is a horrible thing. Horrible thing. I'm the spouse of a cancer survivor. So, it's a horrible thing. But what they say and what they do don't match.
Sleep, he says. Orlando tells us he came to New York because he heard about the social services the city would offer to migrants like himself, who were trying to start a new life. The Biden administration recently granted temporary legal status to nearly 500,000 Venezuelans, allowing them to work.
Yes, Paul, New York taxpayers is going to pay for his treatment.
Today, Governor Hochul announced there are 18,000 jobs now available to eligible migrants.
18,000 eligible jobs right now available to migrants. You know, I blame the actual natural born and transformed U.S. citizens for a lot of things, but a lot of things I can't put on them. Now, I don't know what jobs they are, but the thing is, out of 18,000 of them, I'm quite sure all 18,000 jobs ain't shoveling snow in New York in the summertime, raking leaves. Well, they don't rake. They use them blower things, right? That you put on your back and it blow the wind, the air, in the fall, and picking up trash for a sanitation department in the summertime. But I'm going to put it to you like this. I ain't going to sit here and act like I'm above if I have zero skills. If I don't have a job, I mean no job, and I have zero skills, and wait a minute, you want me to come in here, 7 o'clock, to 3:30, And my job, is to push a snowblower. Yeah. When do I start? I mean, just because I take it don't mean I got to stay at that job for 30 years or at that pay rate for 30 years. But right now, I like when Obama said, turn out the shovel-ready jobs wasn't as shovel-ready as we thought. And he laughed. And everybody laughed with him. But he knew he was surrounded by protected company. But I'm like, look here, I got nothing. Well, man, look, we got a job. But look, I got 5 spots at the water treatment plant right now. Was it, or do I pay? Yeah, well, for New York, it's a city job, this, that, and other. It's $20 an hour. When do I start? Can you take a drug test? I got to pee right now. What are you talking about? I done had 2 cups of coffee already. I'm ready. What you talking about? I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't mean I got to say, but right now I can eat. I can get up and I can work. This job ain't beneath me. Pushing that snowblower, that job ain't beneath me. Riding on the tree trimming trucks, trimming the overhanging leaves in Central Park, that ain't beneath me. I'm getting a check so I can buy some food and feed my family. And I'll try to do something else after that part. We'll get something else. 18,000 jobs. Hey, Julia Ainsley said it. It came out of her mouth to our ears.
Them to work. Today, Governor Hochul announced there are 18,000 jobs now available to eligible migrants.
Thanks for watching.
She said it. Last one on New York.
The migrant crisis is causing a new list of challenges in New York City schools. And in some cases, teachers are forced to get creative. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles gives us an exclusive look at how they're overcoming the many challenges.
You walk in, you don't know who's who. This 6th grade literacy class at MS 181 in Co-op City.
We don't stick them all together. They're very integrated with everyone else in their school community.
Doesn't seem any different than any other class full of 6th graders. Eyewitness News, the only cameras to be allowed inside of a New York City public school classroom.
Let me add this, y'all. What this is going to do, because we don't have, I'm quite sure New York isn't just flowing over New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Oh, I'm missing one. Anyway, North Carolina. They ain't just overflowing with teachers that speak the 5 Spanish dialects the south of the border. So that means they're going to have to get teachers that can speak their language to try to transfer them over to our language. These education systems only have X amount money to pay teachers. So that means English speaking teachers are going to have to get replaced by Spanish speaking teachers. The Chinese teach their own how to speak English at home. That's one thing I have noticed about the Chinese. They English be terrible, but they be breaking their ass trying to say it. You can live in America your entire life and speak Spanish and live comfortably and don't have to speak a lick of English. And people say, oh, that's bull crap. Bull crap. I say, hey, when you call customer service, anywhere, have you ever heard one that says press 1 for German, 2 for Chinese, 3 for Swahili, 4 for French, and 5 for Spanish? I haven't. The only thing I hear is press 1 for Espanol, preso número 1 for Espanol. Press 1. You got to press, stay on the line for Spanish. Press 1 for English. I got to press a button to speak in my native tongue here. Now, do I sprechen Sie Deutsch? Yeah, but I'm not in Germany. Do I match Kudasai? Yeah, but I'm not over there no more. I'm here. Spanish is the language that they're pushing. Not Chinese, not Mandarin, not Chinese, not French, not Swahili.
Experiencing an influx of asylum seekers.
I would always have maybe 1, 2 tops a year that would come and didn't know the language at all.
As of October 1st, these neighborhoods in District 2 in Manhattan are seeing the highest enrollment numbers. As for the Bronx, it's in District 10. But the largest influx is in Queens in Districts 27, 28, and 29. How is that place?
Okay. Queens. Ain't that where the blacks live? Huh? The largest influx they done dumped in Queens.
Taking place academically? Is it still by age? Is there an assessment? And I would imagine, meeting that academic level might be just as great as the language barrier.
Sometimes the kids don't speak the language, but that's not synonymous with the kids being behind in school. But some of these kids are absolutely brilliant, and they just may struggle with speaking English.
New York Schools Chancellor David Banks and Chief of Staff Melissa Ramos speaking with Eyewitness News on the second year of Project Open Arms.
We moved from saying ESL, from English as a second language, to English as a new language, because what we found is that for many of these students, English is one of maybe 4 or 5 languages.
There are 150 languages spoken in NYC schools. While 66% speak Spanish, the top 10 include Chinese, Bengali, and Uzbek.
So they buddied up the students with other students who speak the same language, but who are proficient in English, and should show them around school. So it's like an instant friend.
And in the classroom,
they're so happy to be here that they become such great students. It's nice to see that.
Okay, let me get this last school one based on school. Well, actually, it ain't school. Let me get this last one on deck. We only got two more to go here. Let me see. I got one ATL, and then we got the dude getting clapped by the PoPo. I'll tell you, this is painful. Some people, it's just all he had to do was shut up. That's all this dude had to do was shut up. It's the video after this one. This one's 2.5 minutes. So this is 2.5 minutes. So this ain't no big deal. I ain't even gonna say nothing. We gonna roll through this. This is ATL. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. This is the ATL.
Mayor is preparing for migrants from the southern border to come to Atlanta.
Mayor Andre Dickens asked for in the city.
Atlanta getting some too.
Council has approved nearly $7 million for shelter in area hotels, food, and other necessities. Fox 5's Morse Diggs joins us live in Northeast Atlanta with all the details. Morse.
The nation's mayors, they meet twice a year and they talk in between. Andre Dickens.
Mulatto, look at his hair. That's a mulatto brother. Look at his hair. He got that Jackie Gleason hair.
Dickens knows all about the pressures on New York City from this migration, and he wants to make sure nothing like that happens here. Almost nightly, when the numbers run high, the influx of migrants shown on your TV screens. It was a Texas governor, frustrated with the Democratic administration in Washington, who was first to try to change the equation and send thousands to northern cities. In New York, one of the landing spots, the bills and the population are piling up.
I don't see an ending to this. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City.
I reject that notion to use language that this will destroy the fabric of America. America was built upon immigrant labor.
Atlanta Councilwoman Keisha Waits and her colleagues supported Mayor Andre Dickens' initiative to fund at nearly $7 million a program to shelter migrants who make it to Atlanta.
I spent several years serving with the Federal Emergency Management Agency. I stand behind this mayor in terms of the decision to put this funding forward. At the end of the day, these are families. These are human beings.
The Atlanta cash secured with
These are human beings. They coming for you, lady.
a federal grant will go to a half dozen organizations who will feed the individuals, put them in hotels.
Hold on, let's see that list again. They just flashed it real fast, didn't they? Hold on a second. Y'all ain't doing us like that. Y'all can go ahead and screenshot that. I'll hold it here for a second in case, because I know I got some content creators watching from the clouds that ain't gonna, I know I got some. Oh man, Triple K Keisha. Oh man, you heard her. Nobody's illegal. Well, dang it. Let me get myself out of the way. So somebody so I know the cloud watchers. So go ahead and get your clean shot now, cloud watcher. So you have some content. There you go. Okay. There you go, Mr. Cloud Watcher. Now let me get Big Smooth back up here. International Rescue Committee, Inspiritus, Latin American Association, GAIN. Boy, I really want to know. I can only imagine what that acronym is for. Casa Alternative Housing, Catholic Charities, always. Who is Cone Resnick? That sounds like an individual. I'm going to look that one up when we done here. But Casa Alternative Housing. Okay, let's go.
Organizations who will feed the individuals, put them in hotels, and meet other needs. The president decided to elevate some of the migrants who crossed over and give them a limited status.
Work permits, you allow people to then, they're seeking gainful employment, but you're not going to be deported. You're sort of part of this economy in the United States and in the state of Georgia at this point, but it doesn't bestow on you citizenship rights, right? You can't vote.
So, if you have family members who have arrived in Georgia or are headed here, check out our website this evening. We will put the full list of those service organizations who are getting the money and can get them some help from Northeast Atlanta. I'm Morse Diggs, Fox 5 News.
I ain't going to click on this. Syrian refugee Little Amal makes her way to Atlanta. Let me get the next story. Let me get y'all last story up. I'll do the new judge that Biden trying to push through. That's a big lefty, and boy, and what saying that he think that property rights, you having a right to property, is a problem. You shouldn't be allowed to have property. Yeah, this is a judge that Biden then put up. Oh, and he also said it gave some percentage number of consensual heterosexual intercourse. He wants to qualify it as rape. That's an advisory firm. Imagine that. That's what he said. Not the Cinnamon Toast Crunch sex, not the Lollipop Guild sex. Heterosexual. He says that he gave a percentage number. You'll hear it when I do oh yes. That's why they going after this guy. I got Ted Cruz on him and Senator Kennedy on him, questioning them. And I figure I'll try to do that one tomorrow. I'll try to do it tomorrow, and I'll try to be around this same time, 7 p.m. Central. It's an accounting firm. Yeah, and and he's he's a big lefty, but he went to college in California and went to law school in Oregon. So there you go. But yeah. So I'll get him tomorrow, and then I guess then I'll put in that guy, that BLM supporter, lefty activist that got stabbed to death by that Pookie Ryan Carson there while he was sitting there on the minding his business. And what else I got? Oh yeah, and the Chinese ops using AI photos to trick American voters and turn them against each other. And this is a Microsoft story from Microsoft Beijing social media. How about that? How about that? And and I got one. I've been putting it off for so long, but we got to just do that one by itself. It's big leftist Looney Tune, big super powerful chick on social media that's a transformer. She's transforming back. She don't want to be a man no more. It's too hard. And she's suing the medical facility that cut off her tatas. Now she want to sue them for doing what she asked them to do. Yeah. So I wonder, is she going to lose all her supporters? Is she going to lose all her gender bending goofball ass supporters? Or is she going to, the Nick News Network. Yeah. Oh man, I got a border here. Gavin Newsom swears in the black rainbow. Yeah. That first openly black female rainbow riding California senator, but she ain't even from it. She's from Massachusetts. But you're going to swear in a chick to California Senate, but she live in Massachusetts. You can't do that. But I guess you can because it's California. Number one. Number two, ain't nobody seen Dianne Feinstein. They said she passed. We ain't seen no funeral, ain't seen nobody, ain't seen nothing. But she says this is her last term anyway, but still, how come ain't nobody seen it? Well, she's dead. Okay, where? She have a funeral? You know, I mean, death. You got the thing in the newspapers. You know, where you got the obituary column. I mean, that look, man. This is crazy. They doing us in. Let me get these other stories lined up in here for y'all. Okay. Here it is. Yeah, but like I say, because we gotta do the Ryan Carson, we'll do that tomorrow. The judge that Biden trying to push up, saying that you don't have a right. You don't have a right to own land. He wish you didn't. And he quotes a lot of Communist Manifesto stuff. But he said some of the tenets of communism and this, that, and other, and da-da-da. And they just got him all in a cross. Ted Cruz got him in a cross. Kennedy from Louisiana got him in a cross. They got him on the hot seat. I watched both of them. So we can do those, the Chinese ops with the AI, and I don't know. I'll push the Gen Z transformer that's suing for because I got two transformer stories. So I just make one stream out of that. It'll just we just use that stream for, and we just make that stream, and we'll leave the rest alone. All right. So let me go ahead and get this one on deck. Dude had too many chances, if you ask me. Too many damn chances.
But Nick, just because he got a lot of chances, does that mean that he gotta get clapped? I mean, yeah, he had a gun, but shoot, that don't mean that he should get clapped just because he had a gun.
Sheriff, you need to sit your little butt down somewhere. I ain't having it with you today. Warning. Okay, yeah, because I don't want nobody to say, oh, he didn't leave it up. Oh, my eyes. Look, if you all freaking whiny and whatnot, you need to go over there with the sheriff because he already, he over there.
Nick, I think I'll sit this one out. I'm not prepared for all this stuff. I'm a sheriff.
Okay, then go on over there, sheriff. We good. You got your warning. Warning. Video contains graphic content that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewers' discretion is advised. Go over there and sit with Lanice then. She'll keep you Ooh,
I like Lanice. Yeah, let me go over there. I'm going to go sit with her. I'll be back, Nick. Call me when the show is over.
Lanice, watch yourself. Don't trust that little fella. I'm trying to don't. Okay. You asked for it.
So you guys. What's up, man?
How are you?
What's your name, bud?
Right? Yeah.
What's the problem? You get a warrant, I think, buddy.
Yeah. We're just gonna handle that.
All right. You cool? We're gonna confirm it real quick, and then I'll let you.
Anytime I see the Droopy Pants crew, the Air Jordan crew, I already know something about ready to go down. Hanging around, the Jordans sagging, it's about ready to get hot.
All right.
Can I call somebody?
Yeah. But I'm gonna put you in handcuffs real quick, all right?
Let's just step on this side.
No. You gotta hold on. Just hold on. I'm not gonna see this. I promise I'm not gonna see this.
Hey, Sid, call somebody, bro. Call my girl. You get out of my pocket. I forgot her number.
I'll get it for you, dude.
You got it?
You should walk my
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
I don't think you got no warrant.
We'll confirm it, and if it's not,
I know, but we can't take it. Put it back in my pocket. I just want your number. I know, but we're not going to take it. I can put it back. Okay, so I'm telling my brother. Okay. I'm touching the phone too. Yeah, he just said give it to me. Hey. He just said to give it to me. Why are you touching my phone? Are you? Hey, brother, calm down, bro. Dad, he told me to give it. Okay.
Calm down.
We're not trying to do that, okay?
Bro, call my sister, bro. Password 47. Charlie.
I'm gonna look better.
No, I know. I got a warrant out and shit.
I'm gonna, let me.
917. I'm sure you get him from working.
Yeah. Here.
50627. 917. 10,000 blocks. 1,000 blocks of their back. I'm sorry, 50620. I got a 917 in which block?
Here, I'm just gonna do it. Just put it at Fairfax and Catalina.
Hey, please follow me, bro. Get your ID, honey.
Hey, can we get a phone set on you?
Yeah.
Hey.
Warrant out, bro.
I ain't got no warrant, bro.
Bro, they talking about somebody got a warrant out, bro.
They're checking right now, bro.
I don't know, nigga. I don't know.
Here we go.
Bro, they trying to chill hella shit.
Hey, cease for the whole mouth. It's good. No. Hold on.
Useless eaters. That's all they are. Useless eaters. Boy, do something with them damn pants.
It's my shit, bro. What you talking about, bro? I'm searching you. All right, go ahead. Search me, nigga. Y'all supposed to be search me up there, nigga. The fuck you mean, nigga? The fuck you mean, nigga?
Sorry for the language.
Don't add on charges, bro. I ain't adding no charges, brother. What the fuck my hands cover like my back, nigga?
chill out, man. Give me the popcorn. Nigga. You good, brother? Chill out, man.
Or I'm waiting till I'm getting to a fucking actual car, nigga. Fuck, I ain't getting that, bitch.
You ain't getting that. For real.
I ain't getting that, bitch. Bro, call somebody, man. She on the phone.
And look, and you just got the droopy pants crew that's just following y'all, egging it on. I mean, look, what you know, you in a crazy place where you can be and the droopy pants crew is just walking behind you and they still talking.
Carrying my fucking wrist, bro.
How you know my name?
Do something about it, bitch.
How
The fuck you mean, nigga?
How you know my name?
The fuck, bitch?
How do you know my name?
Okay.
How the fuck they know my name?
The phone, bro. The top part not even here yet, bro. Hold on, nigga. I'll fuck your wrist, nigga. Hey.
2 female cops. No diss on the females. They need some other ones out here. Hey, get the hell out of here. Get out of my face. You're interfering with police business. You in 2-step reach with your hands in your pockets. You in 2-step reach with your hands in your pockets. No, dog. This show ain't gonna work.
Hey, brother, chill.
Be calm if it's police grabbing on him like that. Man,
y'all already got him in handcuffs.
And here come the chick. Why is the police grabbing on him like that? They talk like they're fucking retarded. Why is the police? Dude, here we go. Yeah. But why is all you got to do is mix in some of this. When some of this get on the scene around a bunch of Pookies and this start talking and it gets to flapping, that's when the shit get the clapping.
You know they gonna do that.
I know, bro. Come on now, bro. She on it. Bro, don't call my pops or nothing, nigga. You heard what happened, nigga? Yeah, like I
Put him in the car and leave. I mean, the car should have already been. You think the car would have already been on the scene so you can scoop them, dump them, go.
Saying I'm going back to the 9, bro. They walked on me. I was sitting. They was just chilling. Hey, sis, and plus, and baby, I don't got my finger too. I don't got my finger, so it's good. You hear me? Don't make it worse. What the fuck you mean, bro?
It don't work like that around here where I'm at. Texas, the PoPos in my part of Texas, they don't get on like this.
But how, like, find something else to do. Man, we were just fucking chilling. Y'all messing with us. Go to church. Come on now, nigga. Go to church. Hey, Tino, he just got out last night. Hey, sis, I just gave him my other phone. All right, call me on. I got your phone. All right, now niggas putting crap in my fucking stomach now, bro. What? I'm losing these motherfucking shit, bro. You know I'm losing these? Not right now. Damn, bro. Why? Because you gotta work. Damn, bro. So did y'all search me or what? Yeah, y'all did. All right, so what's up, bro? Can y'all listen to the coach, bro? They got me fucking put, and plus my fucking left shoulder, bro. I could pop this shit out of socket easy, bro. So be cool, nigga.
Charlie 13, Charlie, I have a break from the 15 out. I'm really head that 15. Company agreement, the login. 10 for all, 50 on 5 Ocean 23.
So what now? One car, 800
with a teaser, 200 blocks.
My pants up, bro.
14 to 15.
Other side too. Where did they even come from?
They just bullshit. They came in front of the green. They just walked all the way down here. Right? I know my right. This is violating the 4th Amendment.
Can you send it over to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
still on her phone?
I don't know how much you did and what you trying to come up on any air.
Come on now, tell them, big bro. I ain't doing shit, nigga.
What y'all doing in my neighborhood?
Got a warrant, we're taking them around.
Ain't got no warrant, ain't no fucking police, nigga.
And here we go.
Ain't no police, bitch ass nigga.
Come on. It's okay. Come on, this nigga,
Ain't no fucking police, nigga.
Relax.
I said so, the fucking Royal. Now tell me something, nigga.
You need to back up and
I need to do what?
I need to back up, nigga.
I need to do what? I'm cuffing right now. I'm cuffing right now. On my mama's soul, I'm cuffing right now. Fuck you.
On my mama's soul, uncuff him right now. Y'all, what y'all should have been gone.
I'm cuffing right now. I said I'm cuffing right now. On my mama's soul. I'm cuffing right now. Nigga, hold him up, nigga. I wish somebody would roll up once, boy, nigga. The king is outside. Nigga, get the fuck out my hood.
Therefore, you gotta call for me. You gotta when you
What you mean, nigga? He ain't going nowhere. You really want to start me? I'm not worried about the women. You want to start me, nigga? You want to start me, nigga? Fuck you up, nigga. Bitch ass nigga. I cuffed that nigga right now, nigga. I cuffed him. Nigga, we finna go what? We going back. Nigga, roll up here, nigga.
This is horrible policing.
got a gun.
Hey!
I got you right now.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up!
Okay. Long gun on the scene. That's when you need to comply.
Get your hands up!
Get your hands up right now!
Hands up right now, I'll shoot!
Get your
Hands up or I'll shoot!
Get your fucking hands
Hands up or I'll shoot! Charlie 11 Adam 1 at gunpoint, not responding to commands. Get your hands up or I'll shoot! Hands up or...
And it ain't had nothing to do with him. He just walk up over here. What y'all doing in my hood? Get out of my hood. Da-da-da. Uncuff him right now. N-word, N-word, N-word. Kind of modern looking apartment buildings here. Too bad they got to deal with this kind of trash.
I'll shoot! Get your hands up or I'll shoot you in the head! Hands up or I'll shoot you in the head!
In the head!
Hands up! Get your hands up! Drop your hands up or I'll shoot you in the head! Get out! Get down! Get down!
I hate ninjas.
Get down! Get down! Get down! Put your hands up and get on the ground! Put your hands up and get on the ground!
What do you got? Waiting 236, hold traffic, shots fired.
Shots fired, shots fired. Yeah, well, you can see it on the split screen. You can see it's a better shot than this one because this side, you know, the cars and he got a Surefire 6N. That's a Surefire 6N flashlight. The car, but you can see it from this one here. Let me back it up. Is that far enough? There he is. Okay, you can see him right here. Let's go.
Put your hands up and get on the ground!
Dropped him. Just dropped him. You see him, he just collapsed. He just folded over. Smooth drop. I'm trying to stop it when he draw. Damn it. A little more. There it is. Bam. You gonna draw standing in the open with a pistol to two men with long guns. You are out of folded like a boxer, folded like Tyson when he got hit by Lennox Lewis. When Buster Douglas, right? Man, ninja tactics. Man, what? What? Come on, man. I guess maybe this is security video on the apartment building, I guess. And as soon as he drew it up, because dude, they already trained on you. Take it from a shooter. I know. You can't draw faster than I can drop you when I'm cocked and locked and aimed at your box. Jeez, man, this is dumb. He was dead before he hit the ground. He was dead. When you see him fall like that, trust me. Trust me. When you see him fall, yeah, because look, you got 3 guns. What I'm talking about. So you got a pistol, a long gun. No, you got, I lied. You got 2 pistols and 1 long gun. This guy here is the guy on the passenger side there. So you got 2 pistols and a long gun.
Down.
Charlie 11 Adam. Can somebody put it out? Charlie 11 Adam, shots fired. Pete.
Charlie in Fairfax. One down. One down at Catalina and Fairfax. One down at Catalina and Fairfax.
Get back.
Get back up.
Back up.
Get a team set up.
And here come the Negroes. So it's like, man, get your ass out of the way.
We have medics code 3? Should we do?
Man, forget the medics. Call the coroner. Let him ride it out. But see, all these people, they hollering, but ain't none of y'all say, hey, man, chill out, man. Come on, man. Hey, Wardy just gonna take this ride. You know how this system is a carousel. He'll probably be on the street in 2 days. Come on, man. He ain't gonna be on the street in 2 days. Okay? I already know how this one ended up. Even I know how this one ended. A female's voice is always the loudest one. A fucking chick. Shut up.
Cheers? I got no cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, back up.
Y'all see his gun? Let's see if we can catch it. Where he dropped it is on the ground.
Cheers.
Cheers? I got no cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, back up.
See it? Bam. There it is. I don't know what model, but it looks like it's something patterned after a 1911 series, but I don't know if it's chambered in 45 like our original 1911 is. And what you want to bet, it's a 1911 pattern for sure, but I don't know if it's a Colt. Of course, there's no way I would know that. But dude, people don't get it. You see, he almost picked it up like, ooh, don't touch it, stupid. Don't touch it. Don't touch it till you can tag it. Handcuff Miss Piggy, tase her ass and put her on the ground. Okay, put that sow on the ground. Most people get it. There's so many men, dumb men, that's then got their asses clapped behind freaking pig pork pussy.
Say shit to me. You better pump, bitch. You better pump.
God dang it. Folks, hey, he had every opportunity in the world to walk away clean. He chose not to. I don't know what to say. I say he asked for it. He reached for the bull. He got the horns. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. All right, let me look at some of y'all comments before we get up out of here, like I always do. Let me see. Mac Bone said, I already have them cuffed and in the car. Yeah, I would too. I'm like, man, where's my motherfucker? Y'all know we coming to do a pop. Where's my damn car? I said, but California defund the police, all this crazy stuff, not enough cops to go around. Then you get this stuff, rat-a-tat-tat, lay your ass on the MFing flow. Now, what you effing with a ninja for? I need play that Scarface, right? Play that Scarface. Here comes the white sheet. Oh, he didn't make it. Like I say, I know the story. He didn't make it. I know y'all might find that hard to believe, but he didn't make it. Barrel Smoke comment. Why you shoot him? He ain't did nothing. I know. Yup. He just spent about ready to go to med school and this, that, and other and all that. He's a good boy. I would have just shoot and call it a day, Club Fortune. But he done crashed. Yeah, he crashed. He's done. Dude is not powwow proof, and he sure ain't. And that Amazon pullover hoodie he wearing definitely wasn't powwow proof. One less sample, but that gun looks nice though. Yeah, it's a 1911 pattern. I just of course I say I don't know if it's a Samuel Colt. I mean, but y'all shot Quantavious. Fun, you killing me. Y'all shoot Quantavious. Oh man. Oh, that ants one more. Ain't gonna ant hill. Oh boy, not so bad. Now, night. Folded like Tyson when he got hit by Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis is a big dude, man. That's a big dude. I can't believe he crashed out over something that ain't had nothing to do. Man, that's what I'm saying. It ain't have nothing to do with him. Yo, what y'all doing in my hood, ninja? Get out of my hood, ninja. Uncuff him right now, ninja. Uncuff him right now, ninja. They love calling non-black ninja. Ninja. The dude that was cuffed wasn't a ninja, and every other word out of his mouth is ninja. California is weird. Y'all are weird. Now we taking the asphalt temperature challenge. Yeah, he gonna be worm food. He worm food already. Son, so got my GTA 3 stunt and didn't work. Nope. Grand Theft Auto? Nah, ain't working. It's probably the camp. Yeah, I figure it's probably from one of them apartment complex buildings. Like a sack of tossed potatoes. Y'all killing me with these comments. That's how your boy felt when he got shot in the head. F around and find out. And he found out. You right, bruh. Irv, do you still need this trigger? I remember you were saying you needed that trigger for that build. It's sitting right here. I still got it. If you need it, it's still sitting. Brand new in the pack. Ain't never been open. That AR trigger. I think this is a factory, I think. So it's factory so it should be like a 7.5 pound trigger. But that's why I left it on the table in case you came and I wasn't here, where you could have, it's sitting right here. If you want it, it's sitting here, bro. Yep. Saw the gun 19. Yeah. Uncocked, stolen. Truth teller. Let me see. community of chaos. Those migrant cops will spray the block. Hey, I read somewhere that the victim had a criminal record, including raping a 16-year-old. I heard he had a long record, and he was on paper. He was on paper when this happened. I remember that much when I read the blotter. He is on paper. Serial numbers probably filed off the weapon. Cops are scared to use show of force. Yeah, because you can do it all right, and they'll still be trying to put the cop on the hot seat and send him to the pen. I need to file a complaint on you, Nick. I haven't seen my wallet since I gave you that ride. Hey man, you shouldn't have put it down. Hey, got nothing to do with me. I gotta go pick the sheriff up from Shanice's place, cause it's over with. Now, Sheriff, come on, let's go. We gotta go home.
No, Lenise said I can stay. She's real nice.
No, little buddy, let's go. He wants to stay over there with Lenise. I'll be in this week on my way back from Waco Thursday. Okay. Even if I ain't here, just it's sitting on my desk. He touched kids. Well, he got what's coming from him. Lenise talking about no, so she gonna keep the sheriff. You gotta keep my sheriff. You can't keep my sheriff. He need to get over here. He gotta get a bath and go to bed, woman. Truth. Lenise keeping our sheriff. She can't do that. You can't. Look, you need to have him in bed no later than 11 o'clock. He gets up at 7:30, have his breakfast made so he can carry his ass to school. Okay? I'll pick him up after school. Y'all are bad. Yeah. I don't know, but I know he was on paper. When this happened. So, y'all, not gonna happen. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Tell her even trade for wait a minute. Whoa, how you gonna trade me off? He's on his way back now. Okay, thank you. Okay, so she does see now. Forget you, Truth. She's sending him back now. Now I trade you. Ain't that something? He gonna trade me and Sly. Ain't this some shit? But, so tomorrow we got the Biden nominee that says you ain't supposed to have land purchases. He's a red commie type, and they got him on the hot seat, and he's I said that at X amount time ago. He said, okay, well, here's something that you said in 2020. Is that current enough? And then I'm like, man, he wasn't ready for that. So we got that one. We got the Pookie, the Ryan Carson stabbing by the Pookie. So his Black Lives Matter t-shirt didn't protect him. And we ain't going to do the Transformers. We ain't going to do them. What else we got? Oh yeah, Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. The Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom on swearing in that California senator that's from Baltimore. That's what we got tomorrow, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be good and be safe. If you didn't hit the like on the way in, please hit it on the way out. I'll see you guys tomorrow around the same time. Y'all be good. And I think Sly just went live, but don't quote me on it. But y'all be good and be safe. Don't be when you got a chance to walk away from a cop and you got a gun and you ain't supposed to, don't point the gun at the cop, okay? Don't do it. It ain't gonna turn out well for you, okay? Y'all be good and be safe. Thank all y'all. Bye.